Buongiorno, everyone. Happy Friday. Yeah, enjoy your weekend for a change. I will do it virtual cheers there. We've avoided the third defeat in a row. We've nicked a snatch and grab win. I'll start off, shall we, with Karl Darlow. Make sure you get your player ratings in alongside this live viewing. Darlow for me today, unbelievable, outstanding. Loads of people in the chat calling for him to get in the England squad again. And really, as the weeks go on, it's getting harder and harder to not look. I mean, Gareth Southgate, please realise, look at the Hunger Games, look at the Tier 3 wearing. Come on, look. Come on, look, mate. Yeah? Get rid of the tears. Come have a look, Gareth, because this is England's number one at the minute. This is the informed goalkeeper, without a shadow of a doubt. He keeps winning it again. He makes some huge saves, some massive saves throughout this game again. 2 or 3 of them. Brilliant again today. Absolutely class. 10. Clean sheet, 10.
Yeah, can't really argue. There was loads of comments in the live watch along about Dubravka's place, and it's been my contention for the last few weeks that Dubravka probably come back in and claim his place because he's kept us in games for the last 2 years. Darlow's done it for this season, but we're relying on goalkeepers way too much. I think that pretty much that's basically what I've just said. We're relying on goalkeepers way too much, but Dubravka has always been that just a little bit more quality, I think, other than Sir Maximin. Dubravka's been our best player for the last few years. But so I've thought as soon as he comes back, Bruce will probably drop the bollock and stick Dubravka straight in. But week by week with these performances, it's gonna be harder and harder. I think it'll be harsh to drop Darlow for Dubravka when he comes in. It's going to be a massive decision. I've been saying for the last few weeks, Dubravka will probably claim his spot straight away. But week by week, he's pulling out these performances, and the more clean sheets he gets, the more saves he makes. It's going to make it so much harder for Brucey when Dubravka is available.
Definitely. Got to keep his place, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. Right back, Javier Manquillo. I don't know. He got a little bit of stick in the Chelsea game. First half especially didn't really do much. Second half he got a little bit more into it before being substituted. This game more as a fullback, which I think is probably a better position for him than as a wing back. I think he's a decent defender. He was all right. He was still getting forward. He was creating more of an option, but we didn't really do much down the right-hand side, especially in the first half. Everything was coming down the left-hand side with mainly, I was going to say Almirón, but to be fair, Almirón didn't really get in the game that much. It was more Lewis. Lewis on the left-hand side was brilliant. Manquillo was just a bit quiet, I thought, the day. I thought he did okay, but just didn't really stand out as much, so I'll give him a 5.
Good point there from Onum. Same with me. I don't think he got threatened much, and then he did put one good ball in. That's all I know from him as well.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Fernandez.
Incredible. Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
We said he was slipping a bit as well, didn't we? But today, we mentioned Darlow keep winning games. How about Fernandez? Especially in that block. I can't remember who had the shot. I really can't. I don't know if it was Ezzy or Schlupp or one of the subs back wide, but there was the moment, 70-odd minutes, he has the shot, Darlow was going to be gone for.
Yeah,
this is top bins. Top bins, body on the line for Fernandez. That's what he'll give you. He looked emotional before the game as well, wearing the number 10, the Maradona. In devotion to his fellow countryman, obviously the legend that Maradona has passed away this week. So Fernandez today
did him proud.
Did I? Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I give him a 10 as well. He's more than part of that clean sheet.
Yep. Ciaran Clark alongside him. I thought he was kind of similar to what I just said about Manquillo and similar to his performance against Chelsea. I don't really think he stood out as much as what Fernandez did. I thought he stepped in okay to replace the captain Lascelles. But again, shout out a clean sheet. We kept a clean sheet. I think everyone really deserves credit in the defence for keeping them out, especially in the second half, because they were knocking on the door. Eze was a threat. Benteke was a threat when he come on. They had the likes of Townsend and Jordan Ayew. They were decent. They were banging on the door, so I think all the defenders deserve credit, but I don't think Clark stood out. Not as much as Fernandez did. Like I say, he just got a 10. You can't really do much better than that. I'll probably give Clark about a 6. I just don't really remember seeing him all that much. Like I might need to see the replay. Like maybe he did better than I thought. So yeah.
I remember him getting when Benteke probably should have scored that header. He got out jumped there, didn't he? So I don't think.
Yeah.
Great,
I don't know how fully fit he is because I say like he came in quite as a surprise inclusion against Chelsea, and usually like when Clark's out for quite a long spell of time, he'll come in as a surprise inclusion, and everyone's like, "Fucking hell, Ciaran Clark's starting," but he just mint. He always makes a point to prove, and like he's a bit of a fan favorite amongst fans, like kind of like an outsider fan favorite because he's not really he really is an unsung hero. Like he's not really like a starting 11 player. So when he comes in, you're like, oh, fucking hell. But he usually does okay. But the Chelsea game, I don't really think he'd done much. And today he didn't really stand out either. But clean sheet against a team that did okay attacking with. So I think 6 is okay.
Yeah.
Lewis.
I think Lewis was lucky that Manquillo say that Zaha wasn't playing today. That would have been a much bigger handful. Caught with Townsend well. Palace fans ridiculing Townsend saying he gives the ball away. He was substituted off. It's definitely a different Townsend than what we seen in the Toon shirt a few years ago. Lewis was going forward well, specifically first half. I thought he had a couple of balls into the box. He was given an option again out wide. He was lingering around the box as well. He had one effort where he cut in on his weak foot. Had a shot on his right foot there on target. So I thought Lewis did pretty well today. I'll give him some.
Yeah, I think that's a fair play. I've just looked at the next few ones that I've got in order, and I've got all the shit ones. I'm gonna go to fucking Jeff.
But I normally get Jeffrey, so I'm gonna
step up. Fucking mamma mia! Why is he starting week in, week out, man?
Wait, what wound me up is
90 minutes.
Almirón comes off. What's Almirón not offering that Hendrick can offer? Unreal.
Like was said, like. In the first half, Almirón didn't really do much. Like it was a quiet game for him. He wasn't great the day. Like we had more threat down the left hand side, as I said before, but it was mainly Lewis. I think Lewis done more than what Almirón did and what Hendrick and Manquillo did on the right. But Hendrick, man, he played 90 minutes. Fucking why? Like especially with if we're gonna play like a 4-4-2, why is Murphy being dropped? And why didn't he get on as a substitute? I cannot understand that. Like I'm scratching my head to think. I agree with that actually. Quite like I actually quite like you said the night. It looked tidier than his fucking swooshback. But he's just not offering anything. He passes the ball back about 5-6 yards every time he gets the ball. Just pass back, just short passes back. He doesn't really do much more than that, and I cannot understand for the life of us why Murphy didn't get on.
We got questioned at half time in the live watch along, didn't we? Saying, "Oh, what's it been like then, lads?" And I'd like Hendrick, how's he been got on? Can't tell you, mate. I'm seeing him invincible, the invisible man.
Literally, if he didn't change his hair, I wouldn't have noticed him.
Nah, he didn't. I
pointed that out during like the minute applause for Maradona. I was like, "Oh, Jeffrey's changed his hair. Looks alright." That other than his hair, literally, 10 for the hair, 2 for Hendrick.
Yeah.
Jonjo
today. I mean, I got some in my tweet, right, didn't I? Put out on the Magpie channel before the game, Julian on will bag 3 points. Watch his space. I said it first. I also said Shelvey needed to be important tonight, needed a big game. I don't really know if we got that, to be honest. Didn't do enough in terms of threatening creativity, spraying balls about, pushing forward with it through balls. Couple of free kicks off the wall. One really, really shite corner. Straight
on that corner. Oh, the free kick. I thought you were going to say a really bad free kick. Like, the free kick was shit. I forgot about that corner.
Yeah. The free kick at the end, once we were 1-0 up, Jonjo was a little bit better, where he tested him on, but he gave me 2-0 at that point. But yeah, not great, but not that bad. But again, not influential enough.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of the 5 for Shelvey.
Yep. And I mentioned I've got all the shit ones again. Sean Longstaff.
He had a good run though. He had a good run in the 80-odd minute, didn't he?
He had moments. Yeah, he picked the ball up from midway, made a good run forward. Got a free kick right on the edge of the box. I think that was the first Shelvey free kick.
No, it was at the end when he had a good run.
Oh, was it? But I like, other than one good surgeon run forward, sloppy passing first half. Like that was literally like a 5-6 yard pass to Shelvey. Nowhere near him. Like Shelvey, like thankfully it didn't get intercepted. There was no one around to take advantage of it. But Shelvey had to like run a few yards to claim it. It's like, what are you doing? Just pass that to feet. Why is that so hard? Like, just literally just simple things. Like, it's just frustrating me week by week. Like, because I know how good he can be, and like the player that like we're seeing a couple of seasons ago. Like, I just want that guy back, and we've seen glimpses of it. Like last week with the long range strike against Chelsea, rattled the bar. Like, where's more of that? Like, it's just really, really annoying me. I'll have to give Sean a 4 today. Almirón?
Yeah, quiet. Shame. Obviously brought off the one and only sub that was made. It was Almirón off, wasn't it? And Richie on. It's weird because when you look at the impact he made against Chelsea, we said that he didn't look jet lagged, he looked sharp, he made a couple of things happen. And then the day he just didn't really get on the ball, did he? He didn't do enough.
No.
He's a bit of an enigma, Almirón. Sometimes, I mean, you cry from the play, and then, we whinge at Brucey for not playing, and he starts and he doesn't out, really. I still, like I said it before, I don't think he should have came off. I would have rather Hendrick came off and Almirón keep him on for his pace. He's always capable of something. I do like Miggy. I do think he can be a really good player, but tonight we didn't see it. Didn't get on the ball enough. Didn't try hard enough. 4.
Yeah, aye. And ultimately got subbed off, aye. The first good one for me, thankfully, is Joe Linton.
Woo! G9, baby. G9, baby.
Oh, man, I'm so happy for him. Like, I think he's deserved it. I think this season he's been better. He hasn't been isolated as much. He hasn't been playing as a lone striker as much. So credit where credit is due. I think he's done well this season where he can do, but it is just frustrating him in front of goal. I think everything he does in the final third, in that bracket between like halfway and like third, shout out Babs.
Big up Babs in the cup.
He does everything well. He's so strong. He holds it up well. He's great at like heading it down, chesting it down. He's control, playing it forward, everything like that. It's great work rate. Yes, well said. His work rate's unbelievable. But it's when he gets in front of goal, fuck me. I was better than that when I was in the fucking under-13s.
The one that really bugged me was the Scott Danley off. He's been gifted it on the edge of the box, runs into the box, left foot, blazes through it, no power. The header, the free header, great balling was it by Richie. Just jumps too early, doesn't connect with it.
Yeah.
But, like the turn for the goal was good, got lucky with the deflection, and the assist, the build up for the Wilson one, spot on. Good little play. Everything
I just said is based on pre-88 minutes. I think after that, the Wilson goal was actually unbelievable. That's what I'm talking about. Like, his control and everything. I think it was from a throw-in. Like, his touch was great. His turn was great. He ran forward with it. Basically played a bit of a 1-2 with Wilson. Like, it was absolutely unbelievable. Like, that's what we want. That's what we know he can do, and we should be seeing a lot more of. Like that, the assist as well. Like the vision, cute little pass through to Wilson. That was brilliant. Like, Wilson finished it off. Yeah, well done. But Joe Linton deserves the credit for that goal. And the goal himself, 100 seconds later, done well on like getting into the box on the right-hand side, cut in, Scott Dan, sliding. I think he's still sliding now. He's just wrapped around the corner flag. It was a bit of a, but again, it was a poor shot. It was a bit of a shit shot. The keeper maybe should have done a bit better. I think it took a bit of a deflection as well, but it was all right. Like I say, like everything he did apart from in front of goal, but he got a goal, he got an assist for 1-2-0. He set them both up. So I'll give him an 8 because I'd like to give him more of like a 9 or a 10 if he would done a little bit better in front of goal. Like, he had about 3 or 4 chances. He should have been doing better in, man. Like, that's the frustrating thing about Joe Linton. Like I say, everything else in his game, it's great. You cannot fault it. Work rate, everything. It's just in front of goal. So frustrating. So yeah, I think if he got more of them chances, he could have even had a hat trick today. But he's just not. He's just not clinical enough. So I'd love to give him a 9 or a 10, but I'll give him an 8.
Nah, that's probably fair, right? I mean, if he had got a hat trick, then I would have to do something else for hair. Some guy didn't.
Callum Wilson.
Bagsman. That's all you need to know about Wilson. Absolute bagsman. Seven goals for Newcastle now. He's the difference. If we didn't have Wilson, we'd be absolutely knackered. We'd be right down there. We'd be in the thick of it. We'd be Fulham basically, because he is what makes us now under Brucey Ball. That's why Brucey can play negative dinosaur tactics, because one chance, and he'll take it. That's all he had the day. Unlike last season. Look at Julian on the day with a few chances. That was last season when Julian with a few chances, no goals. Wilson, one chance, one goal. You know, this is an ambition, baby. He's where it's at, and he's the difference. Unreal. You know, good link-up play as well. Julian, not interesting to see if Bruce will carry that on with the two up front, because it did work well, especially for the 2 goals in the start of the first half. I give Wilson a good 8 as well, to be fair, because he worked hard. I don't even know if he looked really fully fit. But,
first off, he was a bit absent, wasn't it? That's what I'm saying. Like, all the chances came through Joey. Like, why was Joey in the opposition? Why was Joey in them positions and Wilson wasn't? That was quite frustrating.
The odd one, though, where it was Wilson crossing it at Julian on the 6-yard box, defender clears it. Julian crossing it, Wilson, defender clears it. Like, it was close. But, you know, I mean, as a striker, he's done it again. What he's paid to do, he's scored the goals, he's won with the game. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, and we'll get on to the subs. Fuck me.
1 sub.
Yeah, we'll get on to Bruce in a sec. Like, we only had 1 sub, Matt Ritchie. Basically, Fabian Schär came on in the 93rd minute. He was the second. He was the second and last sub. I think he basically just ran on and the full-time whistle blew. So we'll not give Schär a rating. So the one real sub, Matt Ritchie, good to see him back. And you know it is, he done great.
Do you know what he should have done there, Brucey? He should have brought Elliot Anderson on. Just for a
stat, first appearance.
Just because Schär literally ran on and didn't out. So why not, like, a minute earlier, give Anderson 2-3 minutes?
But it was for Joey and all, wasn't it? Like, Joe Linton, striker, he's literally just made 2 goals. I'll take him off for a centre-back with seconds to go. It's not as if we're going to concede 3 goals in fucking 20 seconds, Brucey. Like, why has he made a defensive change, like, in the last seconds when we're 2-0 up?
Brucey had the nightmare of Goodison Park. He thought he was going to be on the receiving end of a Lejeune special. He was like, I've seen this happen before. I'm not doing it. I'm not falling for it.
Scott Dan's going to bag a hat-trick. That was mad. I'd love to have seen Elliot Anderson just for a cameo, just to run out, just to get his first official game for the club. But yeah, so I will skip Fabian Schär, but Matt Ritchie, he was great when he came on. It's great to see him back. Like we know what Ritchie's all about. Like his passion and commitment and stuff. And he got like fouled. Then was it Benteke fouled on the right hand side? He was fucking booting off with the linesman before he even hit the ground. Like. I love Matt Ritchie for that shit, man. I miss him. Like we've criticised him over the last 2-3 years. Like sometimes his end product isn't always there. His delivery, whatever, it's not always great. I think since the championship season, he's not been as good as we know that he can be. But when he comes in, when he's injured, we miss him, because we're talking in the watch along about potential captains who should have had the armband in the absence of Lascelles. And for those that started the game, none of them really deserve it, apart from maybe Fernandez. Shelvey had it, but yeah, I don't really have Shelvey's captain material. But Matt Ritchie, I think, is, if he starts, and I know he's not a starting 11 player week in, week out, but he's got that passion in him, and he'll fucking tell you. He'll grab you by the throat and scream his little red Scottish face off, to let you know his thoughts. And I like the one main thing he did was a beautiful cross to Joe Linton. It's just a shame that Joe Linton fluffed these lines. Really, it looked like he was scared to connect with it well. He just skimmed off his head and went wide. If that was like Wilson, maybe he'd have thought he'd have done better. If that was fucking Alan Shearer, he'd be picking them off for fun. He'd be on fucking 3,000 goals, Alan Shearer, if you had them week in, week out. But yeah, good performance, good little run out for him. I'm happy to see him back. Hopefully he can stay fit. So I'll give him a 6.
I think he's a good squad player. I really do.
Yeah,
that ball into Joe Linton was on a plate.
Yeah, it was brilliant. If you're a clinical striker, good in the air, which Joe Linton isn't, you feed off them. That's a striker's dream.
This is a great well, actually, because once Joey put it in, Richie whacked it and then he cleaned the Palace player out.
He's so aggressive though, isn't he? I feel like if I'd scored a goal, I'd be scared of Richie. I'd be looking like, fucking keep him away from me. Like, who was it scored a goal last season? I can't remember who it was. And like, he was like slapping him in the back of the head, and like, he looked up and was like, "Wait a minute, Matt, what the fuck are you doing?" Nelly fucking scored a goal and Nelly got concussed.
Matt Ritchie's honestly like an angry character out of Waterboy. He's just like a mad, like American footballer. That's what he reminds me of. I love it.
Powerbomb. We'll wrap it up on Brucey.
Oh, Bruce, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because
because he's going to get the credit because it's 2-0, 2 goals, clean sheet, blah blah blah. It's
snatch and grab Brucey Saurus at its finest. 2-0, 3 points, clean sheet. If you go that way, that's a good 8 at least in it. But when you look at the football, let's be honest, we'll start with the team. I'm glad it was obviously 4 at the back. Nice to see them play 5 at the back against absolutely everybody for a change. I think Hendrick probably shouldn't start. Murphy-wise, he's taken off after he's been good. If Murphy was in there, it would have been all right. Make the substitutions earlier. Hendrick should have came off earlier. Maybe even Sean Longstaff gets away with it with Callum Wilson up top again, taking his chance, and Joe Linton as well, chipping in. So in terms of that, 2 goals in the last 2 minutes gets Brucey the win. But he could have done more. He could have done better. But he didn't use tactics, didn't use subs. Gets the 3 points, so whatever. I don't know. I give him a 6 or a 7 really, because it's 3 points in it.
Yeah, pretty much. As a comment there, 6 for Cabajid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm still disappointed. I think in the majority of this game. Like obviously, like I know, like what everyone else is gonna watch, like as a neutral. 2-0, 2 goals, clean sheet. It's all well and good, but I was a little bit disappointed in aspects like why Hendrick played 90 minutes, why Murphy didn't get on. I don't know. I'm still not happy. I think unless we're absolutely fucking pepper someone, 80% possession, 6-0 win. I don't know how Bruce can really get on. The majority, I'm pretty sure. It's not just me. I think I'm speaking on behalf of the majority of Newcastle fans here. There's not really much Bruce can do to get on our side now. I think it's long gone. Like
Resign.
Yeah, best thing he can do really. But I know that's not going to happen. Ashley's not going to sack him. He's not going to resign. So we might as well get used to it. People are saying, "Oh, if we lose this game, will Bruce get sacked?" No, he's fucking not. He's not going to get sacked for a long, long time. And I think the quicker people get that into their heads, the better it'll be. Because I think week in, week out, people are waiting for a Steve Bruce sacking. Like, you'll be waiting a long, long time. It's not coming. It's not coming. So it's just one of them. Like, this is another typical Steve Bruce smash and grab. But we got the win. 3 points and a clean sheet. It is what it is. If we can, like 88 minutes, it wasn't a great game. We won the game in 100 seconds. That's all it really took. Proper smash and grab, but yeah, it could have been worse.
Oh, definitely could have been worse. I mean, if the game ended on the 88th minute, it would have been definitely worse. It would have been a really boring, ugly performance again. But
if Zaha played,
Zaha played, But the thing is, I mentioned, I'm playing 4 at the back. Let's hope he does the same next week, because it's Villa away Friday night. I think next game. So for me, I think Bruce will bottle that one because of the Villa.
I do as well, yeah. Because we say like he always plays 5 at the back against the top teams. Like there's absolutely no reason to play 5 at the back against the teams like Crystal Palace and that. Like no disrespect to them, like whoever else we've played in the past. But I like Villa's on fire at the minute. Like they're doing really, really well. I think Ross Barkley's injured though, isn't he? I think Barkley's out. They've still got the threat of like Grealish and them. Like that's still a good team. Still got to take them seriously.
Oh, Hendrick and that'll be doubled up on Grealish, like that'll be the game plan. Double up on Jackie. Right then, that'll do. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, get your comments, keep them coming in. Your player ratings for the 2-0 win over Palace. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. See you later.
Enjoy that.